everybody, I'm Sari Custer, Chief of Science and Curiosity here at Arizona Science Center, and I have the distinct pleasure of welcoming you to Career Corner, a fabulous series of interviews we have with STEM professionals as part of the Arizona Science and Engineering Fair. Now, our guest for this episode is Ryan Johnson, Engineering Services Department Manager at Central Arizona Project, which most of us know lovingly as CAP. So Ryan, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me. It's great to be here.
You know, you joked with me about your title and how, there's a lot of words and people don't quite understand. So my first question for you today is, tell us more about what it is you do. Okay,
well, I'll give a little bit of quick background about myself real quick. But first, hello, everybody. And thank you so much for the opportunity to be able to visit with you today. So my name is Ryan Johnson, and I'm a native to Arizona. I was born and raised in Mesa in the East Valley. And I attended Mesa High School, and then I went to Arizona State University, and where I earned a Bachelor of Science degree in civil engineering. And I also, for about a year during college, I had the opportunity to serve as in an internship in the transportation sector with Aztec Engineering. And then after I graduated from ASU, I immediately joined the United States Navy as an active duty officer in the Civil Engineer Corps. And so I got to serve in the Navy for 4 years. And then I came to work at Central Arizona Project after that. And I've mostly been involved in managing construction projects and programs. And now I currently have the privilege of serving as the manager for the Engineering Services Department. And we basically help provide expertise and design and construction support to replace large pumping systems and aqueduct canal systems and a lot of other infrastructure that helps the operations of the CAP. And I've been able to work here at CAP for the last 14 years, and it's been great.
That's incredible. Thank you for your service, by the way. It's really appreciated. And now your service providing water to Arizona. That's incredible and really impactful for us. And the next question on the list, of course, is how does STEM then impact your life?
That's a good question. I was thinking about that a little bit, and I was realizing as I was thinking about how I would, respond to that is it's had a big impact on my life. I guess I haven't realized how much of a significant role it actually has played in developing like who I am and how I identify myself, and it's really shaped a role in my career. And it's also shaped how I see my role also kind of in society, right? And in the larger community. And I think it's really because of STEM that I've been able to achieve many of the personal goals I've had. I've been able to learn from a lot of really talented and smart people. And I've been able to help, it's played a role in helping me support my family and have a very, really comfortable and enjoyable quality of life as well.
Thank you for that. And, you touched on this a little bit, with some of the history that got you to where you are, but, maybe go back even further. What is it that led you to a career in engineering?
So what led me, that's a good question too. What's led me to a career in engineering is I've always been interested in building things or modifying things or looking at, my wife teases me about this, but always looking at how something can be done maybe more efficiently. And sometimes maybe that's annoying to people, but I really enjoy working with others through collaborative team processes, and engineering provides a space for that, and being able to find a solution to a problem or provide a creative approach to a complex situation. It goes back pretty early, where my father was a civil engineer. He also graduated from ASU, so I'm kind of following in his footsteps and in my academic pursuits, and he actually worked for the Forest Service, U.S. Forest Service, as an engineer, and then he later started his own construction company, building roads and smaller dams and residential earthwork. And I was able to see all that and all that he did. And I was able to go and, visit the job site and play around on the equipment. And then later in high school and college, I worked seasonally as a concrete laborer and then as a residential framer, and learning how things kind of piece together. And also realizing I didn't want to work out in, 110-degree weather, and wanted to be able to be involved in construction and design, but maybe in a more comfortable climate. But anyway, those things really shaped my interest and direction toward a career in civil engineering. And there's a lot, the spectrum of engineering is pretty broad, but I found engineering to provide it's a broad spectrum of application, and there's a broad spectrum of opportunity as well, and need, right? And there's a big need for engineering expertise and experience.
I love hearing when you talk about the mentorship piece and how your father played that role. So, I never want to discount parents' ability to influence their children and expose them to different things. So thank you for sharing all of that. One of the other things that our audience really wants to know about Ryan is a mistake that you've made in your career, maybe early on, or if not a mistake, just something that you learned from it.
Again, these are good questions. So I think that something maybe I didn't realize early on in my career was the importance of this thing called emotional intelligence. And that's basically the importance of being able to build like positive relationships with other people, knowing how to be a team player. And they don't teach you anything about emotional intelligence in high school or even college. I don't think I heard about it. But school focuses on theory and technical knowledge, but that's really only half of what you need to be effective. The other half is having a really strong ability to work with others well, and to be kind and to be respectful, to be able to collaborate with and listen to other people's ideas. So if you'll think about that and really focus on building positive relationships with others, you'll be very successful in anything you choose to pursue.
That's spectacular advice, Ryan. Thank you so much. As I say, and it kind of wraps right into the last question, which is there any other advice that you would want to give to someone who's thinking about pursuing a STEM career?
So, if you're watching this and you're listening to this, you're probably already interested in the sciences or the engineering fields. I would just say, go for it, and you're not going to regret it. Move forward in being the best you can be in the field that you choose within sciences or engineering. It's gonna afford you the opportunity to be involved with a large spectrum of projects. You're going to be able to meet and learn from a lot of different people. So start talking to people, and obviously this is if you're watching this and you're involved with the Arizona Science Center, you're taking the right steps to be able to meet people, find out what different people do, what different jobs entail, what are the requirements for these different jobs, maybe even what the pay structures look like. There's a lot of information on the internet now about different jobs and what do they pay and what do they require. And so I'd also I'll make a plug, just because it was a good experience for me, is maybe you can also consider pursuing STEM opportunities in the military. For me, it was a really good choice that I'm really glad that I made. And generally, the world needs more engineers. It needs more people who can help provide solutions to different challenges. And there will always be a demand for people in these fields. So again, go for it.
Ryan, that's a perfect summary to the whole conversation, because you're right. We absolutely need more people for all those challenges, the problems we haven't even discovered yet, right? We need those STEM professionals that are ready to solve those problems. So thank you. We are out of time for today, but listening to your story and your advice is phenomenal. So thank you for joining us. And thank you to everybody at home watching. We appreciate your time today. If you want more information on Career Corner, you can always check out more episodes, and also more information on the Arizona Science and Engineering Fair online at azscience.org. Take care, and we'll see you next time, everybody.